Should be live. I am Russell Clay, staff writer over at fantasyguru.com, and this is partially a live, and also this is an intro to some folks joining the Fantasy Guru Dynasty League. I am going to be going through this Dynasty League today, breaking down the off season so far, and also getting into sort of replacing owners, getting people caught up on how the league works, and doing all that stuff. So all those commish duties that many folks are doing right now. So starting off, I will say the league is filled. And for those of you that are in this league, league rules. Let's go there first. 5 points per passing touchdown. And then you can see, how do we do that? I don't know how we do that. Let's do this all together. All right. We're off to a brazen start here. All right. You can see the scoring here. Check that out for yourself. League settings. It's a 30 roster spot league. 28 franchises. So it's two 14-team leagues. As you can see, here's one side of the bracket. Two divisions, one conference. There is a main prize of all 28 teams. It is a best ball league. So there's technically no actual playoffs. There's just who scores the most points. The best team wins. And as a man who wants the best team to win in some of my leagues, don't get me wrong, love the luck element slightly. For those of you that enjoy the head-to-head format, but I'd just rather the best team win, especially in Dynasty with all the team-building strategies that go into it. So, there's two 14-team divisions, one 28 league, 28-person team conference thing, orb, that has a grand prize, and then each conference has winners as well. 1 through 18, so all 18 weeks get scored. And then it's 11 starters, super flex, and then you can basically do your abstract painting, start whoever you want. You want to go wide receiver heavy, running back heavy, tight end heavy, you can do it all. There's a Devy element to this. I actually just added Devy players to the rosters, so we can go to mine, and you can see Brock Bowers right there. Good old Brock. Of course, he's not drafted yet, but you know, the Marvin Harrisons of the world. Let's go, and where are they? Not Marvin Jones. There we go. Marvin Harrison Jr. Caleb Williams. So all these guys, the top guys that we had our initial draft last year on, have been put on rosters. And again, this is the portion of the offseason where we're trying to fill spots of people wanting to leave. Again, for those of you that haven't done a 2-conference league before, there's going to be more turnover in bigger leagues, you know. For this one in particular, it was a lot of first-team Dynasty players. So the fact that we got 24 out of 28 to return after year one I actually think that's a really good sign. People are pretty enthusiastic about this format, and I think it's giving a lot of people a new taste into, you know, different formats, and maybe you don't like everything about it, But, the best ball for a dynasty, the Devi element, and all these sorts of things just kind of add up to my preferable format. And here you go. Here's the payouts. Here's how we do that. Of course, each conference is going to have 2 of each. Go there. There is no blind bids to start the offseason, no waivers to start the offseason. All those players that did well in the last regular season, there's no waivers in season. So all those players are going to be put into the rookie draft and are going to be draftable in that rookie draft, so while it's a diluted pool in the rookie draft, it's also got a little boost because there haven't been any waivers. So a lot of these secondary guys, a 30 roster spot league, how deep is it going to get on some of those? That's fair to question, but in that round 3 of a rookie draft, probably will be some value there. So, as I said, that's kind of the base format of this. The other thing I wanted to talk about today, so that's kind of your intro to the league. Again, I think it's a really fun format because you can kind of build it your way with having the flex spots. I learned that one from Ryan McDowell in the 2010s. I can't believe we're saying the 2010s, but basically having that flexibility allows more movement throughout the league. If you're starting 2 running backs and 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end, it inevitably makes tight end worthless. It inevitably puts a chokehold on those who don't have good running backs. And, it basically forces one optimal strategy. Whereas with this, there's a little more freedom of movement, especially with the Superflex format. So one other thing I wanted to mention today is the process of finding replacement franchises, going through the divisions, getting payments from people, keeping a healthy atmosphere in the off season when there's a lot of chaos. A lot of people are either looking to cut leagues or looking to gain leagues. And you want to be on the side of, I still enjoy this league. So, number 1, figure out who's returning and who isn't. Here I have the 4 teams that aren't returning. And you can see the 4 rosters there. We also have the rookie picks. And so another optimal thing I found as a commissioner, watching other leagues that were healthy, dispersal drafts are the best way to go. If you have multiple teams leaving a league, having new owners just slot into a previous owner's team doesn't feel, I don't know about you, but no matter what league I'm doing, I want to have some freedom to create my own abstract painting. And so with 4 teams, we're going to have a dispersal draft. As you can see, the 120 some odd players here, plus all the rookie picks, plus there's going to be a Devi draft after the rookie draft. So anyone joining this league is going to have a lot of freedom to make their roster look how they want it. Of course, teams that are usually leaving aren't going to be stacked and loaded, but we are entering year 2. There are some restrictions on what you can trade, in terms of mortgaging your whole future. So as you can see, while all these teams left, all the first round rookie picks are intact, leaving a pretty decent starter pack for the new owners. We got some really good players: Rashee Rice, Jonathan Taylor, George Pickens, Mark Andrews, etc., Deshaun Watson, Devon Achane, Zay Flowers. We have some good players in this startup draft that you can make a win now roster. You can do all that. The other good thing is about this league, 14 team, 30 roster spots. It's going to be harder to really build up huge depth on an individual roster. So climbing up the standings of a 14 teamer with these deep rosters is going to be a little easier, at least early on in the Dynasty, than it would be in a 12 or a 10 teamer, just because the scoring isn't going to be as high. So as I said, we do have 4 new owners. This league is filled. So how I went about that was, number one, I asked around the league to see if anyone had any vetted guys who wanted to join a Dynasty league. I found that to be the best way to find players that want to play for long periods of time, get someone who knows someone, and go from there. Otherwise, I went in the Discord at fantasyguru.com, and I actually had a few people reach out saying, yeah, I have interest, and they were people that I'd known in that chat for a little while. So again, the vetting process doesn't need to be crazy, but having a general knowledge of who someone is before they join your league, probably a good idea. So now that we have that filled, and again, going through the process of figuring out who's coming back, who's not, I blacked out most of the names there. And then we have our base for the off season. And keep your league updated on everything that's going on. Is my other advice. People want to know. So when you filled the league, let them know. When you are keep track of who's paid, who hasn't. Let people know when you are set up there. And this league's rocking and rolling. So again, this was part live for Clay's Corner, but also this is for the people that are joining the league. So I'm trying to think of other things that might matter. Of course, my fantasy league, most people are on Sleeper now, but this league is on myfantasyleague.com. So if you don't have a profile, you might want to create one. Once you're set, I'll send you a league invite. I will change the email of one of the teams, and then I will send that to you. So that's also the case. And since I have the league filled and I have these 4 dispersals, we're going to chop up these rosters and get a dispersal draft going probably this week or this weekend. So, pretty good stuff here. I think that's pretty much all I have for today. You got anything, Norm? Nothing. Not a thought going on in that man's mind. What do we think he's dreaming about right now? Cats, rats, gnats. But yeah, so that is the base. That is Clay's Corner for this week, going over the dispersal process, new owners, commishing a league, the process of getting a dispersal draft going. All pretty simple stuff, but things that are worth talking about because they don't get talked about much. So I thank you all for tuning in, and I thank the 4 of you for joining the league, and I guess we'll go from there. See you guys next time.